Hi, my name is Mitra Manesh. I'm a servant. I serve through teaching, coaching, consulting, or any other way that I can find to share what I know with those who want to know. And this Lights On podcast is one of those ways. It was created with consciousness and mindful living in heart. So join us as we travel through many roads of learning and transformation together. And if you enjoy our podcast, please give us feedback by rating us 5-star and share us with others if you think they may benefit from it. On behalf of my team, I thank you for your presence. Forgiveness is a very challenging subject. Quite often we get stuck on forgiving ourselves and forgiving others. And usually the question is, why should I forgive? They don't deserve it. And also, when should I forgive? Because sometimes, as we say in Persian, there's 2 ways to fall off the roof. Sometimes we do it too quickly without digesting what happened and how we feel and going through the process of forgiveness and learning and growing and sharing. And sometimes we hold on to it way too long and then it becomes troublesome. So in this very short episode, I explain the why and when of forgiveness. Let's take a listen together. Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth. And yes, there is difference between a person that has held on to that, because a lot of issues and a lot of characteristics of people change based on the resentment and a lack of forgiveness that they have hold on to. Because unforgiveness is really a negative emotional state where the offended person holds on to feelings of resentment, hostility, anger, hatred towards the person who's offended them. And then, as you mentioned very wisely, they change and translate into physiological entanglement and problems. So, of course, now, as a person who has hatred and resentment in their front row of emotions. And really, in a generic sense, we call it anger. Anger is a blanket emotion that has many, many reasons behind it. So I'm very angry. I easily get activated. My physiological, aspect of health has been compromised. Of course, it is more difficult and it is more challenging for me to go through that process. But I have to tell you, having said that, I have personally worked with and witnessed in the previous work that I did in the social justice area. I have seen when that light is turned on, I have almost seen instantaneous U-turning, as I call it, emotional U-turning, where the person got it. Not that everything was done and the forgiveness was like instant. No, not necessarily. But that aha moment that, oh my God, I can see the pattern. I can see that this fire of lack of forgiveness that I'm holding on to is burning me and has burned me, and hence is translating into almost all of my relationships without me knowing. It's like this fire, this leak that is happening, and we're not aware of it until the flood takes over, and then we say, oh my God, there was a leak and I wasn't even aware of it. It really is the leaking of our emotions on a daily basis. So the answer is, it depends. It is in general much, much harder. And the process of getting them, it's like for 10 years, I have gone so far from being conscious about how this is, what this is doing to me. You need to bring me back, if you're a professional working with me, to the point that I can actually see. But having said that, too early is also no good. So there's an ad says, not to this, not to that, just right. You just need the just right time for forgiveness. Because if I prematurely say that I'm forgiving, I may not have really fully felt, experienced my emotions and prematurely got rid of them, which means I haven't learned anything. I haven't processed, in my words, I haven't digested my experience. And now I'm just letting it go. If it was a food, just imagine a food that just goes right through you. That's no good. A food that stays in your system for a long time. That's no good. You want the food to go through you. You get the goodness of it. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. And then get rid of whatever it is that is not helpful. And the goodness, and it's hard to use that word for people who are activated in the room right now. The goodness of it is that that process allowed us to become more conscious. That process allowed us, or that experience allowed us to really get to know ourselves. And also a lot of our lessons come from that. Am I saying that we need to go through horrible experiences in order to awaken? Actually, yes, a lot of times I'm saying that, but not in this particular case. I'm saying that if we really see what is our learning, what is it that I can take from this? What is the gift, as my teacher, my Buddhist teacher would say, that activated me actually when I was telling him about something extremely challenging. And he would say, where is the gift in this? It's like, did you not hear what I just shared? And he would repeat his question. I would say, I did. What is the gift in there? Meaning, what does that tell you? How does that help you? When we get to that point in a right time, in a balanced time, then the process starts. Hope this episode answered the question or two for you, or provoked and inspired questions in you. I'm so grateful you showed up and listened up. Until the next time, be well and stay curious.